Throughout the ages, questions have been whispered in moments of longing, fear, devotion, and hope. Some were spoken aloud, some were prayed in silence, all were heard. The Oracle of Ages now begins to share their stories. These are not merely tales from distant centuries, they are reflections of the questions that still live within us. Does my silence protect them or abandon them? A royal advisor in exile, parchment sealed in wax, 1305 CE. The letter he sent into the snow. Snow pressed against the window panes like a silent jury. The old advisor warmed his hands over the small candle flame, the only fire he dared keep in his remote cabin. Exile had stripped him of title, influence, and comfort, but not responsibility. Never that. The parchment before him trembled, not from the draft that seeped through the stone walls, but from the weight of the words he had finally allowed himself to write. They were the truth he had withheld to protect the young king, information that could prevent a war or spark one. For 3 winters he had chosen silence, believing that his absence shielded the royal household. But news traveled even to the fringes of the forest. Armies gathering, alliances breaking, and children he had watched grow, now standing on the edge of ruin. He pressed the seal into the warm wax, watching it harden like cooling blood. If he sent the letter, he exposed secrets buried for decades. If he kept it, he abandoned those he had sworn to guide. He lifted the parchment. Snowflakes caught the edge of the envelope as he opened the door. The winter air burned his lungs. Then, with a resolve both tender and fierce, he placed the letter into the satchel of a waiting courier. "Ride fast," he whispered. He knew he might never return from exile. The crown might hunt him, the truth might condemn him, but silence had already done enough damage. As the courier disappeared into the white horizon, he felt the strangest sensation, not fear, but relief. The burden was no longer lodged in his throat. It was moving towards its destiny. Sometimes protection is not concealment. Sometimes protection is release.